Let's go live. Mm-mm. Let's go live. Let's go live. Y'all think I can get J-Lo to record that for me? Oh, did you guys see J-Lo on SNL this weekend? We'll talk more about it during our Tuesday takeover. I need to write that down. Hold on, let me write that down. We need to talk about that tomorrow. J-Lo on SNL on Saturday Night Live, because Io, who has been winning all the things, she also had a podcast she did back in 2020. It's a whole thing. I'll talk about it tomorrow. If you miss our Tuesday takeover, that's where we talk about a variety of reality TV that you don't see us talk about anywhere else. It's also where we talk about a mix of pop culture hot topics as well, because as you know, we don't just talk about the housewives here on the channel. No, we talk about everything in pop culture. So be here tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST for our Tuesday takeover. I have a lot of things to catch up on as well. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. We have a lot to uncover and unpack in regards to this episode, because I just don't know. I don't know. I can't wait for the reunion, because I'm sort of like, why did we? I feel like Dr. Jackie and Dr. Curtis made this a bigger deal. They made it a storyline, and I get it. They probably were worried that production was going to make it a thing by going to Hilton Head, because clearly it was production that decided on this place. Do we think production was being messy? Well, maybe they weren't really thinking either. But once they knew, why not change it? Why not change it? You know what I mean? Poor Dr. Jackie sounded so hurt on the phone. I felt a little, I was like, oh, I felt for her. I was like, damn. But I feel like the reason why Dr. Jackie is feeling the way that she's feeling was more about the show and not necessarily about the cheating. Yes, the cheating is a sore spot in their relationship, but I feel like that wasn't the issue that she was fighting. I think both her and Curtis were fighting, oh, they're going to try and use us and throw us under the bus in this episode. I think they were thinking more production-wise, reality TV-wise. That's why they were like, oh, they're going to either have Toya say something or Sweet Tea, who's a newbie. Sweet Tea, who was brought on the show by Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. Those were the two women that encouraged her to be on the show. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I was here for Sweet Tea getting Dr. Jackie together. Come on, I gotta be honest. Oh! And when she told her husband that when he said, she was like, I had to get my get back. And he was like, how do you feel about getting your get back? It doesn't feel good, does it? He's like, no, it felt good. And I was like, yes, it felt good for the audience as well. But we will get it. We will get to that part of the episode. Guys, let's get into our recap of Married to Medicine. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Shout out to the one person that came in and disliked the video. Hey, Dr. Jackie, thanks for watching. Just saying. Come on. Oh, my goodness.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Crystal Crystal says, Dr. Jackie's speech about being in the hot seat, girl, miss me with that. Let me tell you something. Oh my God, I don't want to jump ahead, but this is my review, so it doesn't matter. When she went to say, Dr. Jackie went down the list of, oh, I'm in the hot seat when this happens, or when this happens, or that happens, or blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what, Dr. Jackie? Does that justify you doing what you were doing to Sweet Tea? You were literally coming for Sweet Tea and her relationship and putting her in the hot seat, basically hazing this newbie on the show. That's what you guys do on this show, unfortunately. So I feel like you coming with this whole like, oh, I'm in the hot seat all the time at work. I'm in the hot seat when I have to tell someone this. And I was like, no, you're not. People, Sweet Tea specifically saying, because she's a fan of the show, that you've never been in the hot seat on this show until now. Until now. I did not like the comparisons. I felt like now you're trying to guilt her for feeling bad, for already feeling bad about the way you guys have been mistreating her on this show. I'll get back to that. Look, I'll get back to that. So at the top of this episode, the group meets at Dr. Simone's house because they're about to head on over to Hilton Head. Kima, Cheshire Cat, Cheshire Cat. Oh, Lord. Every time he smiles, and a lot of you been hitting me up too, like I can't unsee it now. Every time I watch this episode, his Cheshire smile, I'm just like, oh Lord, this man. And now I can't take him serious. Maybe because of his facial expressions. I just don't believe that he believes half the mess that comes out of his mouth. I know I've been saying that every single week, but I'm just sort of like, he doesn't believe what he's saying, right? Kima, Dr. Kima? He was like, Dr. Alicia's well trained up already. I was like, okay. And she didn't say. I feel like, and we see this in next week's episode, that Dr. Alicia and Toya go head to head and saying that she could use a little training, meaning Toya. And I feel like they're both two extremes on two different sides of the situation. Anyone else agree? I feel like they are literally on two extremes. Like, Kima's one extreme and Toya is another extreme. We need to get somewhere in the middle. Because I believe that you can respect your partner and not be completely subordinate to your partner. But some people believe in that in regards to their marriage. Look, your marriage, as long as each person agrees to it, I'm okay with it. If Dr. Alicia's okay with it, fine. But Dr. Alicia is not necessarily 100% okay with it. She's not 100% okay with not getting a professional. You know what a professional is. We'll get back to that. So as they're preparing, a few people are late. Heavenly's not there yet. So Dr. Simone calls Heavenly, and Heavenly says, I'm not coming. Why are you not coming? Because Curtis doesn't want to come. Because we're going to Hilton Head. And she wants to support her friend Jackie by not going. How do you guys feel about that? We have to remember, this is a reality show. This is their job. I don't see why Dr. Heavenly couldn't go. I get it. She's probably trying to show solidarity with Jackie, and I'm thinking maybe this was more about production, and that's why Dr. Heavenly didn't want to go. She's thinking, if I don't go, maybe production won't film it. Maybe they'll change the plays. I don't know. I don't know what her train of thought was, or maybe she just wanted to support her friend. But I feel like you could have went, okay? And again, I feel like Dr. Jackie has made this a storyline. It didn't have to be a storyline, but she's made it a storyline by giving it this amount of energy and attention. So after Simone hangs up with Heavenly, she calls Dr. Jackie. And Dr. Jackie already sounds like she's been crying. All right? And she says, Curtis doesn't want to. Dr. Jackie, you spoke so assertively to Letitia, a.k.a. Sweet Tea. But you don't speak that assertively when it's something that's dealing with you. Because when we need you to speak assertively in regards to whether or not you want to go to Hilton Head, you can't even tell Dr. Simone assertively, I don't want to go to Hilton Head. It's bringing up too many memories. Cancel it. Switch it. You don't speak that assertively to Dr. Simone. You let Heavenly do it. And people have said that for years. But you can see it's clear as day in this last couple of episodes. Phaedra said it in this confessional. And, of course, Dr. Simone has been saying it. So Dr. Simone calls Jackie. I mean, Dr. Simone, you were a little you were exaggerating. You said that you spoke to Heavenly and she had a nasty demeanor. I mean, look, we've seen Heavenly have a nasty demeanor. That phone call was not a nasty demeanor, not for Heavenly. Unless there was something that was edited out that we didn't hear. But based on what we heard, it didn't seem like a nasty demeanor. All right, Dr. Simone and Heavenly do not see it for each other. Okay? So Jackie says that Curtis doesn't want to go back down that situation. He says the door is closed on that situation. And Toya then asks Jackie, who's going to open up back that door? Mind you, in the previous episode, Jackie was she said Toya would be the one to bring it up. Which I maybe go like, why do you think Toya would do that? I mean, if any of all the ladies, and they say this in this episode, of all the ladies that might bring something up about someone's marriage, I wouldn't say Toya would be the first one. I would have said Heavenly. But if Heavenly is your lapdog, then why would she bring it up? All right? Demi in the city says Heavenly is who brought it up. Well, then she should be mad at Heavenly. She should be mad at Heavenly. So, Jackie's, as I said before, sounds really hurt on the phone. And as she's hanging up, she's like, I gotta go. And I felt for her. I felt for her in that hot second. For a hot second, I felt for Dr. Jackie. Because she sounded hurt. Like, I didn't expect her to be upset. Which, to me, it kind of makes me think, like, why are you, like, crying? What did Curtis say? Are you okay? Look, are you okay? What did Curtis say to you? Because I feel like the reason why she's having this reaction is not because of Dr. Simone or anyone on the cast or even production. I feel like it was something that Curtis said. He's like, oh, now you got me on this show. You got me on this reality show. And they're trying to dig, we closed that door. We moved forward. I thought we agreed that we were not going to talk about this anymore. I believe that man said that to her. Don't y'all? I believe he did. And that's why she was so hurt. Because I think Dr. Jackie would have went to Hilton Head if she had left Curtis like she should have. She would have went to Hilton Head and not cared. Exactly, April. I agree. I think that's what it was. April says that she probably was crying because she wanted to go and Curtis didn't. And I think it's bigger than just going on a trip or her missing out on a trip. I think more so, Curtis probably made her feel bad about being on this reality show, and now they're trying to open up a door that they've tried to close in their relationship. But my thing is, I get it, not wanting to bring something up that has happened in your relationship. However, have you truly healed that situation if you can't even talk about it? You know what I mean? And I get it. Like, talking about it extensively can sometimes just bring up the situation, and then you're down a path of no return. But have you truly healed from the situation if you can't even go to Hilton Head? But again, I said it's not about Hilton Head. I think they're more concerned that production is going to force one of the newbies or Toya to bring it up. But even Toya is on the phone like, who's going to bring it up? Toya's like, we're not going to bring it up. Quad's not here. All right. So, speaking of Toya, Toya, as they're getting ready to leave, Toya asks Phaedra, where's her man? Because Phaedra shows up without her man. Phaedra I just got to see a little bit of the IG live that they do on IG. And Phaedra said that she was supposed to she had a double date with Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. And he's a doctor, and he was supposed to come, but he had prior engagement.
Lies! The lie!
Phaedra.
And
she just sits and she looks right in the camera and she lies to you. This is why we love her on Traitors. So apparently, because I already told you, I didn't love it when we had Quad last season on this married couples trip. And mind you, how long were you dating this man that you were going to bring on this couple's trip that you were filming, Phaedra? I don't believe you, Phaedra. Please don't bring Phaedra back next season. This is why we're in Hilton Head and we're not in DR. I need the budget to budget next season. Phaedra brought nothing this season. Okay, last week was great. Yay, we got to get an update on Aiden. Wonderful. I've moved on. I can watch him on Instagram if I need an update. Don't bring her back, because now we're in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Shout out South Carolina. We're in Hilton Head, and we could be in DR. I was about to say something really inappropriate, but I'll save it for Kempire After Dark. Just think Hilton Head, but we could be in DR and what? Okay. All right. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Oh, Phaedra. I'm sorry, Phaedra. Like, I'm not trying to stop your bag, but you're an attorney, you're a Reiki healer, you are a embalmer, a funeral director. You'll be fine. You're not great on the show. I again, she shows up in a scene. I was like, oh, I forgot Phaedra's on this show. Again, another week. I'm like, oh, there goes Phaedra. I forgot she's coming on the trip, single and all. Come on. Damn. Eating into our budget. I bet Phaedra's probably the highest paid on that cast. Can you believe it? And doing the least. Mind you, she said on Traders, I'm only doing too what did she say? I'm only doing too much because you're doing too little. To Dan on Traders. Anyways, moving on. Okay, not moving on too far though. This is what I love about Dr. Eugene when he gives us some of this medical, education that he's had. And he flashes back. Can we talk about the story he told about the man putting the substance on the dildo? Shout out to Terry Joe, because I can't say the word. The dildo, putting the substance, the powder on the dildo, and because that area it will get into your system quicker in the behind area. I didn't know that, or did I know that from like a movie? Well, I haven't thought of it until this moment, and they brought it up. So Dr. Eugene tells us a story about the man putting stuff on the dildo and OD'd because he put a little too much on the biggest dildo. I love Married to Medicine. Where else are you going to tell a story like this? Where else are they going to tell a story about the dildo and the cocaine? Okay, I said it. Shh. I said it. Okay. I was like, okay, Dr. Eugene. Dr. Eugene, though, was the MVP this episode. Can we agree? Not only did he tell us the dildo story, he was speaking facts. He was speaking facts this entire episode. Anyways, moving on. It was a great story, though. If you missed it, go back. All right. So the group is in the Sprinter. They're driving to Hilton Head. Oh, the budget is not budgeting this season. Did they spend all the money on Toya's trip? Well, Toya wins. Look, Toya wins. Ooh. This is probably where I saw it, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says it was discussed on Oprah's show. Kid in the 90s was doing that with alcohol. I used to watch Oprah religiously as a kid, so that maybe I have heard it and maybe I blocked it out. Look, maybe I blocked it out. Ooh, Dante says, ask any ER worker, butt stories are unlimited. What is going on in this world? I'm not going to judge, but I'm judging. Dr. Eugene, though, for me this week, he was the MVP. He was giving us fun stories. He was giving us funny moments, and he was speaking truth. All right. So the group is in the Sprinter. Dr. Eugene doesn't understand why Dr. Jackie or Curtis would think that after like 7 years that this has happened, that anyone in this group would bring it up. And I get why he's thinking that, because he's like, why would they think that, we've been friends for so long and we haven't brought it up? Why would we bring it up now? Because we're going to Hilton Head? Toya says the only person in this group that she thinks that would talk about someone's marriage would be Dr. Heavenly. And technically, Dr. Heavenly is the one who really kind of ignited the flame about going to Hilton Head. Even though as soon as Dr. Simone mentioned it, you could see Dr. Jackie's face had changed. Okay. So Dr. Simone, she always wants to play a game. Can we stop having Dr. Simone playing trips? She's not great at it. At least not anymore. Anyways, I guess someone has to plan it, right? Who else could have planned it in this group? Phaedra? No. Phaedra would have, no. We would have been doing something weird. So she asked the question of the group, what could your husband do for you to make this trip the best? Sweet Tea had the best response. She said, book the next. Book the next. I mean, ain't no lies told. I love that response. Kima says where he's from. This is when we get into the oral conversation. Kima says where he's from, it's not a part of their culture. Remember, he was born in Nigeria, grew up in Jamaica. I think as a Black culture, it's very taboo, for lack of a better word, where people in our community talk about oral. Okay, we'll just say that. Here's the thing, though. I just felt like in 2024, we had gotten past that. Haven't we? I thought so. He says that, in his culture, they don't do that. And he says Dr. Alicia's okay with not getting a lot of it. Phaedra says, though, the Nigerian she knew did. Let me tell you something. Dr. Alicia gathers Kima in this confessional because he's like, yeah, you're okay with not, getting any of that, right? And she's like, you could get down there more. Look, she's already said multiple times. She's like, Kima's the head in the relationship, but I'm the neck. He can't move his head left or right without the neck. And I believe that just based off that response in the confessional, because I was not ready for her response to say that. I was like, oh. And my thing is like, I wonder if he will. She said, you could get down there more. So apparently he does get down there. Because she said more. So Kima, you got caught in a lie. Well, you're right, Deborah. Deborah says we can't even say words on YouTube in 2024. You're right. I don't know why. Advertisers? I don't know. I mean, we probably could say, but I'm not going to risk it. Anyways. All right. So apparently Dr. Alicia could be getting more. See, that is embarrassing. Again, another reason why I could not do reality television. You go on reality television in a confessional and your boo tells you that you could be going down there more. That is a private conversation. OMG. Okay, let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Writer person, thank you so much for the super chat. Writer person, I was so upset that mostly everyone thought only Sweet Tea needed to apologize. Right? Oh, we'll talk about it. Writer person. Look, we'll get there. Shan, hey Shan. Shan, thank you for the super chat. She says, hey Kempire, Jackie allowing the cheater to do all of the speaking says a lot. Why do we care about how he feels about Hilton Head? Curtis being in her bed is her constant reminder. I was on Lil Sweet side this episode. Me too. To be honest with you, I do feel like maybe she could have left out the FUB part because it came so randomly. But again, it's an edited show, so who knows? Rebecca, thank you so much for the super chat. Rebecca says, why did he lie saying in his culture they don't do the fellatio? Trust me, they do. I've done the legwork. Okay, Rebecca. No, we know he was lying because she said, literally, Dr. Alicia said you could go down there more. Not the Cheshire Cat. I can't with this man. I don't know. Do you guys believe? I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. See, now he's already been proven a liar. He's been proven a liar. He said, we don't do that in my culture, but apparently he does. For Dr. Alicia, she probably told him, like, you won't. But she did say you could do that more. I hope he started. Look, I hope he started. Poppy says, thank you for being a member for 7 months. She says, Jackie was on mute. I couldn't stand it. That's the only time she was on mute when it comes to Curtis. Anyways, so as I said to you before, Dr. Eugene was like dumbfounded. Why would they think that we're going to, talk about that? We had that conversation in regards to the oral. They arrive at the Airbnb. I don't know where they're staying. And what was up with the pool being in front of the house? I've never seen that. Why is your pool in front of the house? Again, why is Dr. Simone planning these trips? Okay, anyways. Again, it's production. I know it's not Dr. Simone. So Alicia and Toya end up running around trying to get the best room. I always forget that they also do this on Married to Medicine, and they flash back to the years where, the couples are fighting for the best room. See, here's the thing. I'm not traveling with people where there's a better room than the other room. If we're traveling together and we're staying at a home, all the rooms are going to be nice. Every last single one of them. Sidebar, I'm going to need our Married to Medicine folks, because they're our educated folks, to stop calling the master bedroom the master bedroom. We now call it the primary suite. Thank you. I get it. We're used to a certain vocabulary, but we can learn together. Thanks. Anyways, so they go fighting over the rooms. And again, another reason why I'm not loving with some of the OGs, because they're making it such a big thing to be an OG and on the cast and blah, 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 blah. And both Cecil and Dr. Simone are like, oh, the newbies get the leftovers. The newbies don't get the best room. Why not? Why not? Why can't, if she gets to the room first, she should get the room. Who cares? Again, why are you taking me to a place where there is one better room than the next? Like, what? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Dr. Alicia hears from her husband that Alicia could go to the Phaedra University because she could be very submissive to a man. Phaedra has a way about, being submissive to a man and letting a man help her with things. And, Dr. Alicia grew up a little bit differently. Okay, that's all well and good, but I don't think Dr. Alicia should be taking advice from a woman that is single. We've never seen a man with her, and the last man she was with. I'm not taking advice from Phaedra University. Save me on that. Thank you. Just saying. Okay? Someone in my TikTok, Bougie says, that was so rude of Kima to say. Kima said a bunch of rude things in this episode, but I can't take him seriously because of the Cheshire smile. I got to get a picture. So for those that don't even know what I'm talking about, let me pull up a picture. Hold on. Let me pull up a picture because y'all don't hear me, and I'm gonna, and then when you go look at him, then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh damn, this is a good one too. This picture right here, y'all. Hold on. This is what we do when we're live. Okay, this is Kima for me. I don't have a picture of Kima, so this is gonna be Kima's picture every time we talk about him. Okay, I'm just gonna put him on the side right here. All right, this is Kima. Randomly, just like, and I'm just like. Kima. And they have the nerve. Kima have the nerve. Like, yeah, you need to subscribe to Phaedra University. I'm good. Anyways, that's where Alicia mentions the whole neck and head conversation. I don't know if I even believe that in regards to the relationship, but I also don't think that Dr. Alicia's a sucker either. I think she picks her battles. I think she's submissive in some ways when it comes to Kima, but I also don't think she's 100% submissive to Kima. All right. Toya then says, I got BDE energy. She says, I got BDE energy. And of course, Dr. Eugene's like, I've been down there. She does not have a penis. I don't think we really believe that. No, it's not that we don't believe she doesn't have a penis. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is I don't believe that that she really has one. Okay, calm down. Let me take this off. I'm just saying, look at Kima. Sorry, Kima, but not sorry. All right. Anyways, all right. Heavenly and Jackie end up coming. They end up arriving. I don't know if they ended up taking a plane. Probably. It's probably the best way to get to from Atlanta to Hilton Head instead of driving. Anyways, so they end up coming. Curtis says in the end that he couldn't just make it about himself. I really wonder how they got to that final decision. Because it looked like he was really dead set on not actually going. So I'm wondering if production spoke to him and said that, we're going to do right by you. We're not going to make a big deal about it. The entire trip won't be about it. Okay. Toya tells Heavenly that she feels like she wasn't being a good friend to them because she feels like Heavenly still could have came on the trip. Heavenly did not have to not come on the trip, but Heavenly says, I was trying to be a good friend to Dr. Jackie, and she did not support the group going to Hilton Head on this trip. Okay. SW says it was about the money. So you're saying that Dr. Jackie wouldn't have gotten paid? You think production said, well, you won't get paid for this episode? Because technically she wouldn't have been in the episode if she didn't arrive. Who cares though? Dr. Jackie's not broke. Dr. Jackie has a whole business and products and things. And Curtis he's busy in DR, got big projects in DR. All right. I say next season, once we fire Phaedra, once we fire Phaedra, we plan our trip to the Dominican Republic next season. We got to see what Curtis has been up to over there. You know what Dina says. Curtis must have cracked his back in the DR by the way he was walking. You know what? Y'all ain't right. Like, y'all ain't right. Mocha, thank you so much for the super chat. Mocha says, for the classic shimmy, congrats on your success. Look, shimmy, haven't shimmied in a long time. Thank you, Mocha. Appreciate you. Y'all, this shimmy. Some of y'all will tell me to shimmy in person. Guys, don't forget, we will be in DC February 16th for our Kempire After Dark live show. And we will be announcing this week our Philly date very, very soon. So if you're in the Philly area, get ready for your tickets. Get ready for your tickets. We will be posting about it on all of our social media platforms. So be sure to follow us on those platforms. TikTok, I know I haven't really posted here to let you guys know about that. So if you want to meet me in DC, we're going to have some kitchen table talk. I'm going to talk all about Love and Marriage, DC, Potomac, Beverly Hills, RHOA, Hot Topics, a lot of stuff. Kempire After Dark, February 16th in DC. Okay. So back to this. So Curtis and Jackie are there, and Toya confronts Heavenly on not showing up. All right. Toya says that they weren't even planning to bring up the Curtis stuff. And Sweet Tea then calls out Dr. Jackie for bringing up stuff about Quad around her, and then they flash back to what Dr. Jackie did. All right. Do you think production's coming for Jackie this season? Do you think it's her time? I mean, based off the interviews that have been recently done about production, it makes you kind of look at production with the side eye. All right. So Sweet Tea brings that up, and she says, "Don't you think that you should be in the hot seat?" And that's when Dr. Jackie gives her dissertation. She's like, "I'm always in the hot seat. I'm in the hot seat when this happens. I'm in the hot seat when he goes to DR. I'm in the hot seat when I bring up somebody's infertility. I'm in the hot seat." Oh, that's not what she said. I'm bringing up the reasons why she should be in the hot seat. So she goes on this dissertation on why when she's in the hot seat. And to be honest with you, watching it, and we watched it together live, I was like, here Dr. Jackie go. Here she go, holier than thou. She really cannot read the room. She really can. Even in her apology during the whole situation in regards to the YouTube live that she did with Heavenly, all of that, even her initial response and then her pre-planned scripted apology just doesn't land. So I was more annoyed because it gave that, again, elitist attitude that people have hated from some of the doctors on this show. I was like, Dr. Jack, we get it. You're a doctor. You deal with the stuff, but that's not being in the hot seat, madam. And I have to say, Sweet Tea had a valid point. You guys have brought up Quad so many different times, brought up all of Dr. Gregory's history after both you and Heavenly asked her to come on this show. And you did not support her. You threw her right under the bus. Curtis gets heated as well, though. Who was Curtis talking all loudly to? Was he talking to Sweet Tea or was he talking to Dr. Gregory? I felt like he was talking to Sweet Tea, getting all heated, and said he just came here to enjoy his time with his friends. Sir, here's the thing. Curtis could have really put a kibosh on this situation. I was uncomfortable coming up here because of the history, but I came up here to support my wife because she shouldn't have to suffer for the things that I've done. And yes, we thought maybe somebody would bring it up and we have closed that chapter. But I should have trusted you guys enough based off of history that you wouldn't do something like that. And then what he could have said, I'm going to let Dr. Jackie address Sweet Tea because I'm not going to fight with a woman. But he was. Anyways, but he was. Simone then decides that she wants to talk to Jackie, and she says that for anyone to think that she would plan a trip that would reopen a wound after Dr. Jackie and everybody in this group helped save her marriage, she says that that's unfathomable. That's not something that she would do. However, Dr. Jackie, and I just did a quick TikTok video on this over the weekend, excuse me, I think Dr. Jackie is the actual villain. Remember I gave Dr. Simone some grace last week? And I said, well, Dr. Simone isn't the one who plans the trips. You know, she just, is the one that they use to announce it and things like that. And of course, she probably didn't think about it. I was giving her grace, only for us to find out she was the one that told Dr. Jackie about Buffy's infertility. And here's the thing, because Buffy's been in the news a lot lately this week as well with Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa says she's going to sue Dr. Jackie. Not Dr. Jackie, Buffy. That's what she said. Because she's saying what Buffy said on Oliver Twist's YouTube interview, that she never said what Buffy is accusing her of saying. So she's going to sue her. And she said there were 10 people in the room at the time. Okay. I don't think that Buffy is ignorant to the point where she would, because Oliver told her, please, allegedly. She's like, I'm not, she's like, allegedly, wait. I'm not saying allegedly. And I was like, I just don't imagine this financial guru risking her money and lifestyle for something that she can't back up. But you never know. Look, you never know. But I was like, oh. But Dr. Jackie, we found out that Dr. Jackie found out about Buffy's infertility from Dr. Simone. Buffy never told her this. And then I was reminded, like, no, Buffy, this is not the first time Buffy has said this. Buffy said this a long time ago. But she reiterated in this new interview. But Dr. Contessa's denying that it was ever said. She's like, I never said that. I'm not going to repeat what she said. You can go watch the interview or watch the last video that I did on it. So I look at Dr. Simone a little bit differently. And then recently you saw the Mariah Huck interview and what Dr. Simone, what she had to say about Dr. Simone then too. And Dr. Simone was like a very close friend to her. A very close friend. So she delivered my baby. She delivered my sister's baby. She was, her, I forgot who it was. Someone in her family babysit, was a babysitter for her kids. So I was just like, well, I'm looking at Dr. Simone like this. So part of me is like, were you being a producer's pet? You knew what happened in Hilton Head and you're like, all right, I'm going to do it. Or maybe she didn't think about it. I'm going to still give her grace. Maybe she didn't think about it. But when she did think about it, why not change the trip? Because that's all they could afford. That's all they could afford for the season. That was the only thing left in the budget. It's either Hilton Head or Myrtle Beach. We should have went to Myrtle Beach. Okay. Moving on, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. Sidebar: I do want to emphasize Buffy did say that both Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone were not her doctor, so there were no HIPAA violations. Just saying. All right. Someone says, Tara says Jackie's supposed to be her bestie, I mean Dr. Simone. So how could she forget? Conveniently forgot, maybe. Miss Bug said it was purposely done. Debbie, thank you so much for the super chat. Debbie says, are you coming to Texas? Working on it, Debbie. Working on it. Stay tuned. Look, stay tuned. We're working on it. We are hoping to have more dates in the next couple of weeks. Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat. Nicole says, have you even noticed when the guys are at the strip clubs, Curtis always has the biggest smile and a dancer on his lap? Have you noticed that's the only time Curtis has really shown up this season is for the guys' events? Just saying. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat. Rahina says, hi, Kempire. It's called doing your job, Dr. Jackie, not the hot seat. I'm talking about the examples she was giving. I agree. That's why I was so annoyed just watching that scene. Just like, are you really just listing off the things that you're supposed? Are we supposed to give you a medal? And you're saying that's putting you in the hot seat and that's justifying the way you treated Sweet Tea? Oh, Dr. Jack, I'm seeing a whole other side to you. A whole other side to Dr. Jackie this season. Not that I didn't see it after the whole Buffy situation, to be honest with you. All right. So it doesn't end there. Look, it doesn't end there because it gets so heated between Dr. Simone and Heavenly. They're screaming and hollering. But remember that where they're eating is outside and it's like it's facing the entire neighborhood. Not the Karen guy. What do we call the men that are Karens? Coming across and filming the people. God only knows they probably complained and did all the things. They just show a video of the man filming them. Like, what is going on? But I get it. People are hollering. They're black. Anyways. So they go inside to continue their fight. Okay. So when they're inside, Jackie says that, first of all, she touches Dr. Heavenly. She says, I'm exuding good energy into you, Heavenly. Don't you have to have good energy to exude good energy into someone?
And scene.
Don't you? Just saying. Anyways. So Phaedra says that Jackie is making Heavenly do her dirty work. She literally says that in her confessional. I was like, oh, so Phaedra would know. Eugene asked Curtis if they aren't trustworthy enough to not, ish on them in regards to this whole cheating situation. Again, another moment with Dr. Eugene this episode. I was like, yeah, why would you think automatically? And mind you, Eugene doesn't know this now that he was blaming your wife for being the one to bring something up. All right. Jackie says the group is being selfish right now. Well, Sweet Tea got a few words for her. She was like, Dr. Jackie was making fun of her situation. She says, she asked her, why should she empathize with Dr. Jackie? And Dr. Jackie says, Sweet Tea, baby girl. She was being very condescending, and she called Sweet Tea baby girl multiple times. And Sweet Tea, the group tries to calm Sweet Tea down and shut her down. And she's like, no, I need to say this. I'm tired of this. And then she says, F you. Hold on. She says, F you. I was like, oh. See, there I feel like, I think she was drinking a little bit, Sweet Tea, because she looked a little flush. However, I kind of wish she would have skipped that part. I think I could have rode with Sweet Tea this entire time. Again, we're watching an edited show. I don't know if there was more said and it justified her saying that. But in that moment, the way that we see it, it felt like too much. And Dr. Jackie was like, oh, I'm going to handle you, baby girl, later. She's like, I don't need you to handle me. She's like, I'm going to handle you later. What is going on? What does that mean? I'll handle you later. See, that would probably have pissed me off even more. Then I probably would have been like, F you. If Dr. Jackie had said, I'm going to handle you, but we don't know how this was chopped and screwed. I just want to point that out. They could do stuff like that too. But if Dr. Jackie had said to me, I condescendingly called me baby girl or baby boy multiple times, I probably would have then said, F you. F you. Then I could understand the justifying of the cussing out. Maybe. So Dr. Gregory pulls Sweet Tea aside and talks about her going off. Sweet Tea says she's tired of being nice. She's crying in his arms. She says, I'm trying to protect you and be in your corner. She says that she thinks that it's the age difference. That's the issue with the group. Sweet Tea says that she feels like they're doing stuff to get under her skin purposefully. And she says that she feels like Dr. Jackie deserved it. And look, you know what? I agree. Don't you? Look. I agree with Sweet Tea. I wasn't mad at Sweet Tea for confronting Dr. Jackie. If Dr. Jackie had not brought up the quad stuff and X stuff during the season and they didn't have the receipts to show, then I could understand, I could understand, okay, you're doing a little too much for no reason. No, literally, they've been gaslighting Sweet Tea this entire season. Look, Sweet Tea's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. However, she is a younger lady, a part of this group, and they've been gaslighting her the entire season, constantly bringing Quad around, doing the producer's dirty work. I was here for it. Go, Sweet Tea. 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 Just saying. LaHeathers, thank you so much for the super chat. LaHeathers says, with Quad gone, can Mariah come back now? No, she doesn't get along with any of the cast. She blasted them in the recent interview. And she called Dr. Jackie the villain. That's supposed to come out tomorrow. No promises that I'm going to recap it, though. Debbie, thank you so much for another super chat. She says, I can't wait for Kitchen Table Talk in Texas. Yes. Guys, if you missed our Real Housewives of Potomac live show, go watch the entire thing, especially with the callers, because my whole opinion, if you throw I twerk on a fence, I hop over that fence at the end of that recap. So be sure to check that out. Nelly, thank you so much for the super chat. Nelly says, Dr. Simone is unassuming, kind of quiet, but when and get mad, time to run. She has an anger underneath the surface, causing Toya being raggedy, cursing Toya being raggedy and cuss Dr. Heavenly out. She can clear the room. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it over the years. We have definitely seen it over the years. SD Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. SD says, I don't feel sorry for Sweet Tea. Jackie is from Mississippi. What's up? I'm so mad that I knew how to say it. She was a fan, dying to get on the show. Eugene and Toya has a history of jabbing at Jackie and Curtis. Maybe I just don't remember. And apparently neither do they. Because they're like, why do you guys think after all 7 years that we would bring this up? They talked a little bit about it not a little bit. I only got to see a little bit of the IG Live that they did. And they do talk about that. And Toya still feels like, why do you guys think that I would even bring that up? I mean, I could see it. Dr. Heavenly accused Toya during that IG Live. She was like, well, look what you did with the Phaedra stuff. Phaedra did not want to talk about Apollo, but you asked where Apollo was. Toya says that it wasn't producers. Yes, they wanted me to bring it up, but I genuinely wanted to know where Apollo was. We all do. We want to know where Apollo is. We want to know where her doctor is. All of that. Anyways. Dr. Gregory said that he wasn't happy with Sweet Tea losing her cool. Sweet Tea says that the get back was satisfying, and I agreed. I felt like the get back was satisfying for all of us. I think even for the audience. Anyone else watching that were like, yes, finally, somebody's holding Dr. Jackie to the carpet. So in their confessional, he's like, was the get back satisfying? She's like, yes, it was. But Eugene, surprisingly again in this episode, says he agreed that Jackie shouldn't be calling Sweet Tea baby girl or talk about handling her. I was like, okay, Dr. Eugene. I mean, and even Cecil said the same thing about the hypocrisy that was going on the night before. Literally, he says, he felt like they were being hypocritical. So Simone and Heavenly have their own little conversation, but we know this is not going to last forever because they always make peace. Again, they're filming a reality show. They're getting their Simone is getting her makeup done. Heavenly comes in. She's like, I was just upset and da 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 da. So they make peace. We know. I'm not going to even rehash everything that they said because it's not going to last forever. All right. Who said that Apollo's back in jail? Apollo's not back in jail, is he? Is that breaking news? Look, Apollo's out, right? I know he got locked up in Miami not too long ago, but that was for something else. Look. Do we know? Can y'all confirm? Someone send me a link. I hope not. Lord. That's a mess. Ambi says, go away from Apollo, lives rent free in my head. All of us, right? All of us. Sarita says that Dr. Simone was under Dr. Contessa's post saying Buffy been lying for years. Do you guys think that Buffy was lying? Do you think that Buffy was lying? I don't think she was lying, to be honest with you. Especially when these folks don't really have a lot of credibility. They don't. Okay. Moving along. Oh, Penny's point of view says, I don't agree that Jackie uses Heavenly to attack. Heavenly just wants to get in it and attack. Well, on some level, because Heavenly is also a grown woman, but you also saw in this last couple of episodes, Dr. Jackie should have jumped in because this was her fight. She should have been like, Heavenly, let me speak. I don't like the fact that we're going to Hilton Head. It's like she couldn't articulate for herself in that moment. Just say it. Speak up. You're a grown woman. Damn 60 years old. You own a business. You're highly educated. I mean, you can't really talk to your patients properly, but you know how to speak. You found the words to list all the reasons why you're in the hot seat. You gave us a whole dissertation to Sweet Tea, but you couldn't talk to your friend of 20-something years and tell her that you felt uncomfortable going to Hilton Head? Grow the hell up. All right. Anyways, so Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly get over their issue, okay, temporarily. All right. Jackie says that Heavenly hasn't buried anything in regards to Simone. She says it's always lying right beneath the surface, just the way you like it, Dr. Jackie. I look at Dr. Jackie so differently. So differently. So the men are going to a cooking class. The ladies are going to play golf. Kima says that his dad would probably kick him in the butt if he saw him in the kitchen because of his culture. Kima, you're in 2024. But if Dr. Alicia's okay with it, I'm okay with it. Okay? For her. Not for me. All right? Simone says that she was completely, in the Sprinter, she says, I was completely embarrassed by Jackie's welcoming. Basically talking about Sweet Tea. See how she just threw Sweet Tea under the bus? She ain't got no loyalty. She ain't got no loyalty to anybody, okay? So she says she was completely embarrassed by Jackie's welcoming. Sweet Tea decides to apologize to Jackie. Jackie says that it was hard. She said it was hard to hear F-U with the biatch. She says, apologies are for you. And that's when Heavenly chimes in. It's like, oh, Jackie isn't ever going to forgive her. And all the group believed that as well. all of the group believe that as well in regards to oh, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me just save this. Everyone in the group is like, "Oh, I'm gonna say a prayer for you, sweet tea." If y'all all know how she's like this, I don't understand why none of you call her out. I don't know why, because apparently they're all like, "Yeah, she's never gonna forgive you." I wouldn't have apologized. Maybe apologize for saying the FUB word, but I wouldn't apologize. I wouldn't have taken back all the other things that I said. I probably would have said, "I apologize for calling you, cursing at you, and calling you the B word, but I said what I said on everything else." Then she would have been a real queen. Just saying. Who wants to talk? Who wants to call in and share their thoughts on Married to Medicine? I'm going to drop the call-in link for members first on our community tab. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We will drop the call-in link for the general audience once we get to a certain amount of likes. We have 1,600 of you in here in the building, and we don't even have 500 likes. Wow. I guess I won't be dropping the call-in link for the general audience. Let me drop it for members. I still need to eat dinner anyway. I don't need to be hanging out here on the chat. All right, so let me drop the call-in link for Senior Royals first. For those that are listening to this, because don't forget, you can listen to the live reviews and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. So be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Royal Court members, we're dropping the call-in link for you. We will not be including the callers, though, for those that listen on the podcast. So if you want to hear the callers, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. All right. And for those that haven't followed us on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel, that is our backup channel. So God forbid anything happens, be sure to follow us there. Okay. All right. Team Kempire members, we dropped the call link for you as well. All right. So back to this. Let me pull this over here. All right. So the group agrees that Dr. Jackie is never going to forgive Sweet Tea. Do you think what Sweet Tea did was unforgivable, though? Do you think what she did was unforgivable? Some people might feel that way. I don't feel like it was unforgivable. Clearly, Sweet Tea is emotional. She's reactionary, but I feel like I get where she's coming from. I feel like she didn't know what she was signing up for. We have to remember Dr. Jackie and both Dr. Heavenly were the ones that encouraged Sweet to come on the show. She probably didn't think that they would be the first ones to throw her under the bus. So maybe she feels a way about them. So the preview for next week. What was the preview for next week? Oh, it's unimportant. Look, it's unimportant. We will address next week when we get to next week. Guys, if you haven't already and you're part of the replay crew, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to let us know how you would rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine. I have to say Married to Medicine's episode this week is getting better ratings than Potomac's ratings. You guys, 72% of you are rating this episode between 7 and 10. 7 and 10. So that's pretty damn good. Last week was the same thing. That's pretty damn good. That's a high margin. All right. We have a long line of people backstage that want to share their thoughts. All right. So we're going to bring up some calls. Let me switch this out. Again, live chat. We will be posting the call-in link for the general audience. Let's get to 650 likes. Let's get to 650 likes. Guys, don't forget, our partner this year for Valentine's Day is Rose Forever. Roses that last up to a year, and you can get a discount of $40 off when you use the discount code Kempire40, and you can use the discount code Influencer for free worldwide shipping. Head on over to the description for more details on how you can get some roses that will last you up to a year. Smell delicious. It's a great gift, a gift to yourself or gift to your loved ones. You still have time. Valentine's Day is literally like almost a week away. For more information on Rose Forever will be available in the description. All right. DV says, unfortunately, her cussing made Jackie look like the victim instead of the villain that she is. Ooh, you're right. I feel like that's where she sort of like, she lost it. Unfortunately. And then she apologized for it. I don't think she should apologize. Do you guys think that she should have apologized? Just saying. SD Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. SD says, I just binge watched season 5. Team Jackie. When Eugene and Cecil check their wives for insults they hurt, I will pay attention. Oh, for the insults they hurl, I will pay attention. I don't have the strength to go back and watch some of these episodes. Mama Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. Kemp, we need at least 1,000 likes for the general call-in link. We ain't playing today. Like it. Oh, okay. The King's Guards have spoken. I go by what they say. So if you haven't liked it, general audience, it's better for me because we don't get there. I can go eat. Lawson says, Kempire, did you see the screenshot that Heavenly posted of Simone and Toya? Had Jackie's IG profile pic of the bottom. So Jackie sent Heavenly the pic. Thank you, Lawson. I'm glad I saw that comment. I do want to post this up because another hot topic that's been on social media in regards to Married to Medicine is this picture. Okay. So the ladies have been fighting back and forth in regards to Dr. Simone posted the unedited photo on the left and Toya posted the edited photo on the right. And first of all, I feel like Dr. Jackie, she's a grown woman, a woman of a particular age. She looks great. I mean, the face tuning of it all, I'm like, damn, what in the magic did you guys do? Toya, you really didn't need to do much of anything to yours, but I see what you did. You got rid of some of the aging of lines, but Toya's pretty. I mean, Dr. Jackie has no makeup on, barely any. I feel like whatever. I mean, everybody on their mama is face tuning or editing their photos, but some of y'all are masters at it. She got like a whole face of makeup off of this edit. How in the hell? Damn. Okay. All right. Dr. Simone, sorry. I can't keep up with all the names anymore. I'm tired, y'all. All right. So everybody that's on the line, please respect the timer because I'm getting out of here. On time. And that's 7:00. So we have 15 minutes. A minute per call. We should be able to do it. All right, let's get to some of the callers, guys. We have Lookout for Lauren first up. Lookout for Lauren, what's going on?
I can't believe okay, great. So I don't know if this speaks for everybody else, but I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't know as much as what's going on behind the scenes because now I'm not starting to enjoy the show as much anymore. They're mean. Like I've been going on the deep dives to watch all the old seasons too. They are really mean towards each other. We thought that they were kind of above the fray when you compare them to like the housewives, but no, they're just as worse, if not even more worse because they have MDs behind their names. That makes it even more terrible. But and Jackie is Jackie, but Toya and Eugene, they were mean to them when that whole situation happened. Like when Curtis pulled her down to sit on his lap. Why were you in front of him to even pull on the lap? Eugene was coming from a holier than thou, like I wouldn't do that, and that's something a godly man wouldn't do. You come on now. So I can understand why she was nervous about coming back into it. With those two in particular, they don't clean history of being nice. And it's understandable to that certain extent.
Okay, that adds context.
Yeah, just saying. No problem. Have a good one.
You too, Lauren. I mean, I completely forgot about that. But look, that might be the reason. But regardless, if you've moved past it, why would it be a sore topic? You could be just like, it happened, we've moved past it, and you shut it down. They've made it a bigger issue. Wendy, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. I'm off work. Hallelujah. Okay, so two things. One, I think Dr. Heavenly is kind of jealous of the friendship of Simone and Jackie. Maybe because she doesn't have Quad anymore and she's trying to infiltrate their closeness. That's what I'm getting the vibes. Okay, with the cheater, you know who I'm talking about. Okay, he's giving me Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman vibes. He could have a family. Allegedly, he could have a family in the DR. That's probably why what he's doing over there, taking care of some little ones and that's what my that's my theory.
Mm,
My theory. So it's my opinion. So I'm not saying this is true. This is what I'm thinking.
mm.
So all right. I
All
love
right.
you.
Thank you, Wendy. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. Not the little ones in the DR. All right. Reality TV. Erica's backstage. You're going to bring her up next. What's going on, Erica?
Hey, how are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, I'm going to try and get through all these bullet points.
Okay.
Jackie should have spoke up with the women, especially when Simone and Heavenly were fighting at Phaedra's house.
Mm,
You could tell that she just did not want to talk on the phone with Toya when Simone called her at Simone's house. Like she just doesn't have any energy for Toya. And honestly, like what the first caller said, if you go back to this the season where Curtis infidelity comes up, Toya and Eugene took so many shots at them
mm,
when they went to Barbados for the cash trip. Like there was all these little digs, so I could totally see why Jackie did not want to go because she knew that Toy would have brought this up.
mm,
And I totally get why Sweet Tea's mad with Jackie. But if you're going to have an argument and come for someone like Jackie, you got to come at an intellectual level. And
mm,
she lost all credibility, which is why Jackie can make comments like baby girl. And it's like, oh crap, she's called her baby girl, but her FUB doesn't stand. Right.
yeah.
So when you're having that kind of conversation, you have to come from a place of like, speaking with somebody on a certain level.
Mm,
And if she's going to be mad at Jackie, she needs to keep that same energy for Phaedra, bringing her ex-wife to her stag, and to Heavenly, to all the rude, blatant, rude comments that Heavenly has made to her face. Jackie shade is, yes, it's rude, but it's subtle and it's not done in the same way.
mm.
One quick question. Now that Candy is officially confirmed she's not coming back to RHOA, do you think that they might bring Phaedra back
No.
over there?
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. I thought you would have elaborated, but maybe you're hungry, or that's all that needs to be said. No
Yeah.
problem.
Bye. We can talk more about it tomorrow during our Tuesday takeover. We're gonna bring up Miss Bernice next. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
What I didn't like, you don't keep poking the bear, and then when you piss off somebody, you got to dictate how they're gonna talk back to you. It don't work like that.
Mm,
Sweet Tea got pushed to her boiling point, and then you're gonna dictate how she's supposed to talk to you, and then when your condescending butt kept saying, "Baby girl," you just making me more madder. But like, okay, you proving my point where I ain't gotta have no respect for you.
mm,
And you saying you want to accept her apology. Apology is for her. Okay, boo. You stay over there. I stay over here. It's no get back. I see you for you. You see me, and we don't have to say nothing to each other.
mm.
And for Curtis to come in there with his attitude, he got that Tom Sandoval attitude. I did my dirt, but y'all can't call me on my dirt.
Mm.
You know, because he made it about him. He didn't make it about he hurt his wife. He
No,
made it about him.
he sure did.
That's my 2 cents. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Bernice.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Take care. All right. King Pisces is backstage. We're going to bring him up. What's going on, King Pisces? Thoughts on
How you doing?
Married to Medicine?
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. So first things first, I couldn't bring myself to even, try to sympathize with Sweet Tooth because my thing is like if like I've never cared that much for any of my significant others' exes. Like my thing is if I'm with you, like your ex is not even in the equation. Like I could care less about your ex. And I just I Sweet Tea just had me completely taken aback when she hit the FUB to Jackie. I just couldn't sympathize at all because my thing is like, why you so bothered about Miss Quad? So I think I'm
Mm.
perfectly okay with Sweet Tea, getting her walking papers next season. I'm
Wow.
totally okay with that. So yeah, that's it.
All right, King Pisces. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. Perfect timing. Tyler's backstage. We're going to bring Tyler up next. What's going on, Tyler?
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
One thing I'm mad at Jackie about is making me side with Sweet Tea, but I am on her side because Sweet Tea is a millennial like myself, and we abolished that respectability, politics, and all those things. You
Mm.
get exactly what you give. Do I think that she should have called Jackie a B word? No, but I do feel like she should have met her with the same nasty, underhanded attitude that she gives. Another thing is, I think Heavenly acts a certain way with Simone and other girls. It's not out of jealousy. She's privy to the underhanded comments that Jackie makes about them behind the scenes. And
Mm.
everybody knows when you're friends with somebody that close and they talk crap about a certain person and people, it tends to come out. You pay attention to how people act when you're around. Jackie talks a lot of noise about those girls, particularly Simone, and and Heavenly reacts to that. Last but not least, let me say this. Phaedra, goodbye. You do not like she's good on the traders and stuff. Do not get me wrong.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. But you do not fit in this group. And it's like your energy has exuded this season. It's a good season, but it's like you've turned these girls super like they can't resolve anything. It's just her energy is it's making the show go off.
Mm.
But that's all.
All right, Tyler. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. All right. We have Shannon backstage. We're going to bring up Shannon next. Shannon, what's going on? I can't hear you, Shannon. I wonder what happened. Shannon, drop out and call back in. Sometimes it's glitchy. All right. We're going to bring up Nicole next. What's going on, Nicole?
Hey, Kempire, how you
Oh,
doing?
well, how are you?
I'm doing well. My birthday was on
Happy
Saturday.
belated birthday.
That means Aquarius. I want you to talk about the astrology sometime later. But I'm for Sweet Tea. I'm gonna give her grace because one, I think just stay 10 toes down. I completely agree with you. She should never apologize for anything because I feel like if that's what your heart meant at the first time, stick with it. And like you said, you made yourself look more or less of a queen by not sticking by it. And the
Mhm.
only reason I'm giving her grace is because you remember she was in the military, and most people know that people in the military or former military, they could never speak their voice.
Mm.
And so this is where I'm giving her grace because I feel like she had a tipping point with and I know people's like, well, you shouldn't be jealous of Quad coming back in the picture. How would you feel if someone they're purposely putting you on the show and they just want a setup to bring the X back in to make you look stupid? Like,
Mm.
come on now. So I get why she was like that. And then also think about Jackie. Miss Jackie is she's probably triggered by Sweet Tea because that Sweet Tea was probably the same age of Curtis's boo thing in Hilton Head that he probably got in DR too. And don't get me wrong, Miss Jackie get gutted too.
Oh.
When the camera's off, she get gutted too. She probably had them phone calls with that young girl cussing her out too. That's all I got to say.
Thanks, Nicole. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Ooh. Do we know anything about the woman? I don't remember. I remember the story, but I don't remember the details. All right, let's bring up Dewan. Dewan, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Kempire? Can you hear me?
Barely, but go ahead.
Oh my God!
Oh, you have headset on?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
That's the problem.
Can you hear me better?
That's better.
Perfect. I just wanted to quickly say they say that Curtis is actually in the Dominican Republic doing significant charity work. They're like building homes. I swear that's what they said in the
Who said
on
that?
the IG live. Then now they didn't say if it was for his third family or it was for actual orphan families, but they did say he was building homes. And so, but Jackie is a narcissist, I believe, and I think she loves that Heavenly and Simone are fighting over her and continue to fight over her season after season. I think it thrills her, and I can't put my finger on why Heavenly would do it. I mean, she is clearly safe without Jackie, and so I don't know. This just seems weird. But to your point earlier, I don't like this, whole we are the original guard alliance that they have going on because it ices out any potential newcomer because they feel that they have to overcompensate to be a part of the group. And it just ruins everything. And so that's why I think Simone will be leaving because she's a part time physician. She's had the same story And just quickly, Sweet Tea and Greg will be back. Greg wants to be back. I mean, because Quad has made that clear. He likes the attention, and she's bringing it for that. And I think she's going to do so at the reunion. So,
Yeah. Good or bad? Good or bad? Thanks to one. I will point this out. Dr. Jackie does love that Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly are fighting over. She's a Leo. They love this attention. They love to be uplifted. Shout out to the Leos. I have a Leo moon. They love the attention. Just saying. All right. V's backstage. We're going to bring V up next. What's going on, V? Oh, there we go.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. What are your thoughts on Married to Medicine?
I haven't talked to you in so long. I got so much to say, but then everybody said it for me. But I'm talking on the fence. So I understand from Sweet Tea's point of view, and I also understand from Dr. Jackie's point of view. Because I'm from Mississippi as well, so it's like not necessarily a hierarchy, but you have to show respect to your elders. However, in this particular group, they're sort of like peers, if that makes sense. So you can't just mistreat me and then expect me to just bow down to you. It doesn't work if you're in a similar position. So I feel bad for Sweet Tea. I think she just need to find her foot in the lead because she really don't fit in. But Dr. Jackie got to calm down some too. I do think she used Dr. Heavenly for her mouthpiece. Because she says everything for Dr. Jackie. And if Dr. Heavenly gets upset, like last night on the live, she got upset with Tori, like, don't talk about her, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know what that relationship is really about. I don't know if feel accepted by Dr. Jackie and wants to keep it going. I don't know. But it's a strange relationship.
You
But
think it's mommy issues?
you hit it on the head. It might be mommy issues.
Because I think Heavenly does have some mommy issues.
And she doesn't get accepted by her sister.
We are therapizing Dr. Heavenly right now.
That's so true. All of that. But I don't want to hold you up because I know you got stuff to do. But it was good to talk to you.
You too, V.
Texas. Okay.
I will definitely let you guys know. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Alex is backstage. Finally. Alex, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. I actually joined to be first, and then I dropped out because I had to do something, and then got right back in.
Oh.
Tom, you're so shady. And then you drop me while you drop me half sentence. I
You're about to get dropped again. Keep it up.
Anyway, let me continue. Start. You know, Dr. Heavenly, I feel like that you guys have hit it straight on the head. She has mommy issues. How do you not have mommy issues with someone who kept her in a windowless room her entire childhood, talking to nobody and focusing solely on school? How do you not have issues? Let's think about that. Dr. Jackie, baby, you need to clock in because you have sat on the sidelines too long to be the head of a show. You are nor the head nor the neck. Honey, you're the toe. Let's go on to Sweet Tea.
Not Sweet Toe.
I feel like Sweet Tea, Sweet Tea gave it to Dr. Jackie, but I feel like Sweet Tea, no offense, Sweet Tea, you do not have the intellect to read like Nene. I don't feel you do. I don't feel like you can. But, I mean, I appreciate it because Dr. Jackie needed it. Listen, I'm sure that Curtis is blessing people a lot in the Dominican Republic. I'm sure he's blessing them very well. I'm sure he's blessing many a woman with his houses. Anyways, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God. I mean, let's go to DR. If he's doing the Lord's work in DR, I'd like to see it, and maybe we can bring the doctors to help the folks in the area that he's helping. We can do some vitals. They usually do some sort of like charity work during the season. Have they done that this season at all? I don't even think so. So we could go to DR. We can bring the doctors down there, and they can help out. And then we can have Messy Sweet Tea go do some research. And if Quad's back, they can go do it together. All right. Let me get to the rest of the folks here. We've got Regina. What is going on back here?
Regina, hey, Kempire, you caught me. I'm grooming my dog.
Oh, that's right.
Actually, it's my mother's dog. But anyway, it was so funny watching that poor Sweet Tea. The thing that she is going to have to learn is that You cannot go against these women like this. And the thing about it is, her husband, who's supposed to have her back, who says he has her back way back. Let's be really real about it. He is not going to stand up for her in front of those people. Those are his colleagues, those are his friends. She is going to get left swinging. So, again, like Simone and I believe Toya said, we can pray for you. That's all we can do for you right now, honey, because you are at the mercy of Jackie until she's going to be mad until she's no longer mad, and you just going to have to deal with it. What it is. Sorry. And just, this is totally not on the show, but I have to say this real quick. I got an opportunity to watch Southern Hospitality, and all I can say is it is a broke Southern version of Vanderpump Rules, and we need to stop. Come on, Bravo. You can do better. You can do so much better.
Oh, I thought
That's all I have to say.
I thought you were going to tell me to watch it. Thank God.
No, don't watch it. Don't do it.
Thanks, Regina. Get back to work, Regina. Okay, we're going to bring up O'Shea. O'Shea, what time is it now?
Well, it's just past 2 a.m. I actually have a question for you because I feel like this is going to play out in any case. Are we rather having Phaedra on the next season of Married to Medicine or now on Atlanta since Candy is gone?
I think people think it's just about Candy being gone. We also have to understand that Phaedra is going to want a certain price point. Hence the rumors. That's the reason why she didn't return to Atlanta this time around. And they had it in their budget for Married to Medicine. I don't think they're trying to pay a lot for this reboot for Atlanta. So I don't see Phaedra going there, but you never know. You never know. If they can find it in their budget and they feel like, oh, we have something epic to show. But based off what we've gotten on Married to Medicine, Phaedra's not going to show anything. It doesn't matter what reality show that she's on. That's why Traitors is perfect, because she doesn't have to share her life. She can hide in the dark there. That's why she's so entertaining there. Any sort of reality show, she's just become such a caricature of herself. I just don't see Phaedra being entertaining on a housewife show or Married to Medicine.
Okay, no, very, 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 very valid points. Okay, thanks, Kempire.
Thank you, Shay. Go to bed. All right, Shannon's backstage. We're going to bring up Shannon next. What's going on, Shannon?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can. Okay, so I just have to call this out. The funniest part when Jackie was reading Sweet Tea was all of Phaedra's background sound effects. I don't know if anybody picked up on
Oh my God.
but it was hilarious to me when she was doing that. I was like, you could always count on Phaedra to give a good sound effect in the background. Here's what I will say. I don't think this Sweet Tea necessarily needed to apologize, but like some of the other callers, I think when she cussed at Dr. Jackie, I think that's where she kind of lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
The other thing I wish the Sweet Tea would have done is that if you're going to give it to Dr. Jackie, you got to give it to all the other ladies, because everybody had comments and digs on your marriage to Greg. And then Phaedra brought Quad to your bachelor party. So I just feel like if you're going to come after somebody, be consistent. And lastly, none of the couples are in a position to say anything about anybody, because they've all been throwing shade at each other over the last 10 years of the season. So again, I'm looking forward to see how the rest of the couples trip goes, but Phaedra was that was that.
I gotta go back to watch that part. I got wrapped up in everything else that was going on in that scene.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye. All right. Our last caller will be Demi. What's going on, Demi? Demi
Oh
in
my
the
God,
city.
finally got through. Hi, huge fan. Real quick, I know you gotta go eat. I really don't understand Dr. Alicia and Dr. Kim's relationship. The reason why I don't, because in one breath, she's gonna go ahead and say, oh, I was raised by a single woman and I'm, independent and I can do this on myself. I don't need a man to do anything for me. But then in the next breath, she's saying how she's trained. It's very confusing. I'm not really feeling that entire, it's kind of corny. And the wives that are kind of honing in on that, it's really late and tired and through. As far as Sweet Tea and Jackie are concerned, I really wish Curtis and Jackie never showed up. It completely took the show completely down in that episode. I really wish she didn't cuss, not because it was just not the right thing to do, because that generation of women look down on people that cuss. They see you as being having lack of intelligence. So I wish she was the kind of girl that knew how to eat, because she could easily eat. Jackie is a great target. I don't understand how no one has done it. I don't understand what kind of deal with production she has, because she is a very easy read.
Yeah.
Her and Curtis.
I agree.
Have a good day.
You too. Which
Bye-bye.
makes me believe that there's more going on behind the scenes on why no one goes after Jackie. Because it's sort of like, yeah, I'm surprised Quad hasn't really gone. Like, I gotta go rewatch these episodes because I completely forgot about the whole Toya and Eugene situation. And that would explain why Dr. Jackie might be a little hesitant. But regardless, if you guys have made peace in your relationship, I get it. You don't want to talk about it, but it's not as if it's never going to come up again, ever again. So why are we running away from us possibly talking about it? And mind you, making such a big stank about it, you guys have now made it a bigger deal than it should have been. But they probably figured Toy or Eugene or the newbies might bring it up. And if they did, you could easily shut it down. You're going to be like, yeah, we went through something, but we're in a better place. We're very happy living separate lives. Him in DR, me here in Atlanta. Just saying. Anyways, let me say thank you. We got a couple of super chats. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, now, what if we told Dr. Jackie to save her apology regarding the statement she made? Fair is fair. Go away with this mess. And even her apology didn't even feel sincere to Buffy. And I find it so interesting how people are always telling Buffy to get over it. Would you tell someone else that had miscarriages and infertility issues just to get over it after they were embarrassed on a national television show that's replayed over and 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 over again? Like, you could not like Buffy for the show. You may not like Buffy personally, but I say take Buffy out of it. If this was some other woman that miscarried, that had infertility issues, multiple miscarriages, and this was used against her on a reality show when she never told Dr. Jackie this at all. And I know a lot of people change their opinions on Dr. Jackie, but a lot of people always say, oh, Buffy needs to let it go. She needs to go somewhere and heal. Buffy still does not have any children. And I'm sure that's a big issue for her. I'm not going to sit here and tell her that she needs to go somewhere and heal and get over it. Just saying. Anyways, I thought about that this week. I wanted to share my thoughts. Boo Boo Chick, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Dr. Jackie better enjoy this season. She might get canceled. Damn. Damn. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you to our King's Guards for holding us down in the live chat. Thank you to everyone that called in and shared their opinions and their thoughts. Thank you to everyone that shared, and shout out to everyone watching on TikTok, everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We appreciate you. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Be sure to hit us up in the comment section. Let us know how you would rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine, your thoughts on Married to Medicine, your thoughts on what we had to say in regards to Married to Medicine. Let us know. Let us know. Thank you all for being here again. I just want to see if there's any more comments that I wanted to say hello to. But I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to go eat. I'm hungry. Look, I'm hungry, and I got to cut off eating. I'm doing my intermittent fasting. I got to be snatched for tour. And I'm about doing Ozempic. So if you see me slim, it's not Ozempic, okay? It's hard work and intermittent fasting, okay? And Pilates. All right. All right, y'all. Talk to you guys later. Bye. I'm out of here.
Walking like a G, sipping Hennessy, President Sweet, looking like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots and commas. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, yeah. Just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Weight up on my shoulders, all this jewelry on me. I wear my shades inside cause I go blind just looking down. Walking like the man, sipping Chardonnay on the balcony, looking like a young Elvis Presley. I've been overseas, I've been underneath, I ain't never seen nothing like a prison 12 o'clock. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet.